Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 replay cast. Today it is a top replay from Warcraft 3 ArenaNet, a 1 vs 1 between our blue orc player, Vengeance, and down at the bottom, our red undead player, Screw You. And we're going to speed this up to the 8x mark, and I'm just really glad the admins have recently updated some of the top replays. They weren't updated for quite a while, but we got a new one here. It is at the 2-minute mark. Heroes are out. They master for the orc, going after the Knoll Overseer camp. And undead will have a Crypt Lord. And always good to see a Crypt Lord. Such an unusual choice, and can be a really good hero. Just very much underpicked, just because Death Coil and the healing of that is so good, and of course the Unholy Aura, making your undead army move faster, able to surround a little bit easier, and a lot of undead players just become really accustomed to the extra speed of their undead army. And then whenever they get any other starting hero, it's just, their army is just a little too slow for their liking. And gonna be a Ring of Selling for the Blade Master first, and picked up Dually Salves and Scroll of Speed, so well-armed Blade Master. Heading on out here. Fiend out in the middle of nowhere. Blade Master going to be working on that. Crypt Lord has almost all the carrion beetles. I think he one more. And Fiend nearly taken out there and gets level 2. And Blade Master has to watch out, going to get himself surrounded by carrion beetles. On the way out, and really interesting choice with the carrion beetle start as well, which is usually impale. We'll see how the beetles work out for the Crypt Lord, and combined with skeletal minions too, can be quite a bit of units on the screen. Microed quite well. Brute camp getting beetle harassed here. And the undead army already looks quite large. A little bit misleading though, the beetles are pretty weak. I think they hit the same damage at level 1 as an Acolyte. No, actually less damage than an Acolyte. Heck, a little bit faster though, probably.
Work complete. Upgrade complete.
And now undead going after the Knoll Overseer camp. Blade Master picks up Boots of Speed and Staff of Teleportation. Gonna be a Tome of Intelligence. And Circle of Nobility for the Crypt Lord. And Crypt Lord gains, I think, 3.2 strength per level. I think the Torn Chieftain does as well. I think I'm pretty sure the Mountain King only gains 3 per level. So Crypt Lord scales pretty quickly.
We're under attack.
And Blade Master really thirsty for this Crypt Fiend. She will get the kill. The wind walk on out of there, though. There goes the Impale. Surrounds the Grunt. We'll get the kill here. And just use the Staff of Teleportation to get on out of there.
Under attack. Want to see something?
Shadowhunter for the second hero for the Orc. Oh, Bestiary on the way for the Orc. Ogre Magi gonna go down for the Blade Master. And gets a Scroll of the Beast, which may be immediately sold. We will have to see if he decides to keep that or not. Now the Undead going after the opposite Ogre Magi camp at the other shop across the way. Wand of Mana Stealing for the Crypt Lord.
Research complete.
And Crypt Lord uses the Wand of Mana Stealing on the Blade Master there, gets a little bit back. And Scroll of the Beast used. And unfortunately, the Undead is just retreating. And another reason why people just end up selling the Scroll of the Beast, because you can kind of just run away from it. Most of the time, anyway. Unless you're backed up into your base, I suppose, then it would be pretty hard to run away from it. But again, not impossible. And it gets dispelled a lot of the times as well, especially if your undead opponent had destroyers, then they would just pretty much consume it and then use it against you.
Ready to ride.
Same thing with Spellbreakers, Dryads, I suppose Shaman. Pretty much anything like that, I suppose. Spirit Walkers, yada yada. Ring of Regeneration for the Blade Master. And triple Watchtowers coming up. The potential expansion. And Death Knight out for the second hero for the Undead. And now level 2 Carrion Beetles, which is a big difference
Research complete.
between level 1 and 2. Nearly 100% health increase. And just about double damage as well. And made that Watchtower a little bit too close for the Great Hall. Pocket Hall. And I wonder how a Pocket Great Hall even works. Throwing that on the ground. That's some careful engineering. And wouldn't that thing weigh like 4 tons?
Our town is under attack.
Interesting item. We'll just go with it. And Blade Master does have Dust of Appearance, so it can go right after these spiders, regardless of the burrow.
Our town is under attack.
And Altar Storm's going down pretty quickly there. Scroll protection on
Work complete.
the Undead Army.
Ready to work.
And expansion now going here.
Ready to work.
And Shadowhunter nearly surrounded there by those spiders. Chasing after the Grunt. Ran right on top of the Shadowhunter.
We're under attack.
Grunt has been surrounded. We'll lose that. Or nearly level 4 Hex on the Blade, or on the Death Knight. Oh, names back and forth. Oh my, talking. Not a lot of peons left here to even garrison.
We're under attack.
Get to the burrow. Kind of like get to the choppa, except burrow.
Ready to work.
I'd like to say choppas weren't invented yet, but I mean technically the dwarves, the gnomes, have indeed made them to some degree. Flying machine, chopper, kinda, I don't know. And Blade Master still has Dust of Appearance. All these very weak Crypt Fiends here can be spotted.
Work complete.
And losing a ton of Crypt Fiends here by not unburrowing and releasing those. And the Orc base has been crippled to some degree. And another burrow needs to be placed over there. Some of those peons can garrison in the event of emergency.
Ready to work. Work complete.
Huge loss of Crypt Fiends for Screw You, so he's definitely queuing those up, getting a bunch more of them going. But against the Grunt so far, hasn't been paying off too well.
Work complete.
Carry on Beetle Scout fails to make it all the way into the expansion, but succeeds in its reconnaissance role.
Work complete. My life for the Horde. Ready to work.
And Undead fixin' to creep the Ogre Magi camp. I just wanted to say fixin'. Explosive attack plus 9. Not too bad at all. And in Screw You's case, better in the hands of either of these heroes than in the hands of the Blade Master. Ogre strength plus 3 as well, so even more damage. But not too bad at all for a double strength hero team at plus 9 and a plus 3 damage item.
Work complete.
Sacrificial Pit won't make it. And that is good news for the Orc player, as one of those shades would be following him around all game.
We're under attack.
And scroll speed helps the undead, the Orc rather, to get on out of there. One grunt, very, very low. And will be taken out by a death coil.
We're under attack. Our town is under attack.
And Orc being attacked by skeletal minions and carrion beetles. And now the Orc army here falling pretty quickly.
Our town is under attack.
Blade Master nearly level 4.
Ready to ride. We're under attack.
And unfortunately, the Dust of Appearance is with the Shadow Hunter, not on the Blade Master, so he cannot use that dust, spot that spider, and take it out under the ground.
We're under attack.
lots of peons going down for the orc.
Ready to work.
And carrion beetles actually being pretty effective. And we'll take out the watchtower as well. Peon gonna try and make another watchtower right where the carrion beetles are. And they could have just pretty much turned around and one-shot that right down. So a very bold move. And a second potion of lesser vulnerability. Not apparently talking this hard today. Picked up by the Blade Master. And this is actually the second replay that I have casted in a row, as I seen that there was a top replay after I had casted the previous replay. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to get on that, cast that top replay, because they're not updated very often. And I'm always excited to cast the new top replays of the week, and such. And so I had to recently replace a replay that I had double casted. How I did that, I really don't know. I didn't mark it down that I had casted it. And so when I actually went to go cast it, I seen there was nothing there. And certainly enough, I had casted the same replay, uploaded it, and I had it on there for about 12 hours before I took it down. So that's a thing. But I just laugh it off and replace it with another replay.
Our town is under attack.
And creep camp taken out by the orc there, but at a fair cost. Crystal Ball, pretty lame for all of that and for allowing his opponent inside of his base. Watchtower gonna fall regardless of the fortification. And all the orc burrows on the far right side, and somewhat useful, but not going to be able to hit all that he would want to. And Blade Master uses the first potion of lesser invulnerability. And Shadowhunter has been surrounded, uses the scroll of healing to stay alive for a little bit, but not going to last forever, going to lose him. And that surround with those carrion beetles, they don't have to be very tough, they just have to be able to surround you. And Destroyer taken out just before the death coil hits.
Ready to ride. My life for the Horde.
Kodo Beast taken out, releases a Crypt Fiend, I believe. Blade Master, no damage items, no circlets, nothing really to alter stats other than the Orb of Lightning, so not doing a lot of damage. And Death Knight gets taken down, but all in vain, no heroes around to take that experience. And Crypt Lord appearing pretty good in this particular game. Carrion Beetle's able to surround and stall your units. And Blade Master has been revived.
We're under attack.
And Crypt Fiend in a bit of trouble. No Dust of Appearance though. Does have that crystal ball. Forgot about the crystal ball. And we'll get him a kill. So actually one of the first times I've seen the crystal ball actually become truly handy. And I suppose it is kind of good to be able to reveal your units and sort of like a scouting method, you know. But better in the hands of the Goblin Shop. Char Seafood. Better just to have another item. And Orc attempting to expand on the left side as well. remaking some burrows on the right side for when this falls. And I think the orc could probably go back and try and defend his base. Really just one Crypt Lord, a couple Crypt Fiends, and the Carrion Beetles, which are now level 3. And he comes back to defend. But now level 6 Crypt Lord. And Locust Swarm. Hex ain't stopping that. Photob's running for his life. Getting all bit up by locusts.
Work complete.
And last Carrion Beetle dies.
Ready to
And now
work.
Shadow Hunter has to run for his life, use a Clarity Potion. Interesting game so far.
Ready to work.
Actually, just the fact that somebody's using a Crypt Lord, which is
Ready to
just a
ride.
rare event. Shadow Hunter out
For the horde.
where he should not have been. And that was definitely a mistake on the part of Vengeance. And Vulnerability Potion, which I definitely disagree with. And this is when he should be using his Invulnerability Potion.
We're under attack. Our hero has been slain. Work complete.
And looks like just gonna leave a watchtower up there, maybe to stop any kind of acolytes from going up there and expanding. And that's what it might do exactly. One unsuspecting acolyte here gonna take a whole bunch of arrows. You'd figure you would die from that many arrows, but
Ready to work. We're
who knows,
under
maybe
attack.
acolytes are super powered.
I obey the six of vengeance. Our gold mine is running low.
And the gold mine is actually just now starting to run low, 1,500, and the Undeads is gone. And that's just because he's been harassed so much that he hasn't been able to actually mine that much. But with this expansion here,
Want to see something?
that hasn't been much of a problem at all. So actually has quite a bit of leftover gold compared to the Undead. And Belt of Giant Strength for the Death Knight, now plus 13 strength on the Death Knight. Death Knight actually has more health than the level 6 Crypt Lord. Very interesting situation for the Death Knight there. And Locust Swarm now active. Blade Master going to be taking a lot of damage here.
Our town is under attack.
And Blade Master now bails from the fight. Far too low.
Our town is under attack. Ready to ride. My life for the Horde. We're under
And I'm very
attack.
surprised the Shadow Hunter got away from that with that level 2 Unholy Aura. Now back to the harassment. Mine only has 500 left in it, so not going to be too big of a deal, but also going to be kind of a big deal for the undead to take out all these peons, because then it really won't be worth remaking peons to gather the rest of the mine as well.
Ready to ride.
Level 7 Crypt Lord.
We're under attack.
And Orc are gonna try to base race, but really not looking too good. There's only 2 raiders. Not really gonna happen.
Under attack.
And has no pillage either. Bestiary coming up at the expansion. But unfortunately kind of expanded on a little island type deal, or at least surrounded by water. Semi-surrounded. Unless you count the edge of the map and, you know, whatever. And doesn't have a lot of building room, to say the least.
Work complete. Our town is under attack.
And Blademaster really can't go after either of these heroes. The Crypt Lord, almost 1200 health, and the Death Knight at 1300 health. It's going to take a lot to take that out, especially with a Blademaster that only has +5 additional damage and no stat increases at all. If anything, it would probably be better off just getting rid of the Ring of Regeneration and the Crystal Ball, selling both of those, buying a Circle of Nobility for each one.
We're under attack.
Would at least be somewhat better than having those 2 items.
Our town is under attack. We're under attack.
Decent crit there, allows a 2-shot of that Acolyte.
Ready to ride. We're under attack.
You know, remaking Acolytes for that expansion. No Dust of Appearance for the Undead, so the Blademaster can get away scot-free. Frostworm gets away.
Our gold mine
He was
under
looking to
attack.
net that Frostworm. And now the Orc out of gold at a bad point. Only 300 and some odd gold for the Orc. And he's gonna have to GG out, all out of funds. Well played by the Undead for getting such a high level Crypt Lord. I think a level 7 in the end. Level 7 and a level 5, so that Crypt Lord was pretty legit. Death Knight was pretty good too. It had 1300 health at level 5 at plus 13 strength, which is pretty unusual, pretty hard to get that combination. But I hope you guys enjoyed this top replay, and I will see you guys next time.